Good Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is another session and another session Q&A session for German for Pastry Chefs. Yeah, it is live. Never perfect if it's live. Still, I'm here, you're here. Thanks for turning on. Now, as long as there are no specific questions, I of course do invite you to ask whatever you want to ask about German, especially the course German for Pastry Chefs. Now, German for Pastry Chefs is a course which is created specifically for pastry lovers. Why is this the case? People are supposed to study with fun. And why are people supposed to study with fun? You guys, you pick up stuff, content, things way better if you're concentrated, if you are relaxed, if you like the content you're looking at. Anyway, now one question I get of native speakers other than European languages is where the differences between German and English are. Both are Germanic languages. Now, of course, history is one of the big differences, which for learners of a language isn't too relevant, of course. There are many, many differences. But for today, I picked the structure, the grammatical structure, especially. Both are a so-called SVO language. Word order is important, subject, verb, object. That's what it means. But as German has still preserved a case system from the old days, the German language is a bit more flexible when it comes to shifting objects and subjects to the beginning of the sentence or to the end of the sentence. Now, this can be very confusing for English native speakers because they wouldn't expect an object to be at the beginning of the sentence. But if a certain object is very, very important or relevant for the meaning of a sentence, then sorry for that, speakers of German tend to put it in front. This is impossible in English, as they have no endings, which shows them that this specific noun is either a direct or an indirect object. So in English, you can only determine or find out about whether a noun is a direct or indirect object by word order. Though in German, you have the articles, which show you, and the endings of the nouns. This is the main difference. This does make the German language a bit more complex, but also more flexible. So you have more options to express yourself with grammar. And grammar and vocabulary does interfere, no doubt about it. That also means that the English language does express those differences with a richer vocabulary. Now, these are the main differences. Native German speakers find English quite easy at the beginning, again, as the grammar seems easier because of the lack of the case system. Of course, there is another structural difference, which is the tenses. The English language has double as many tenses as the German language does. Now, there is a future, there is a present, there is a past. This is the times, but the tenses which express those times, they are more complex in English. So, see, German isn't all that difficult after all. Though when it comes to nouns, it is always important to study the main noun to be able to find it in the dictionary. Because if you, let's say, have a noun with an ending, you won't find that specific noun when it's already adapted to a certain case in the dictionary. Therefore, it is good to know. Now, in the course German for pastry chefs, you will not study like here about structure, about language, about linguistics. No, you're gonna have fun, you're gonna have quizzes, you're gonna have nice videos. And here, this session is for you to ask specific questions. Feel free to check the links, log on. There are always offers by Udemy. Check out the offers, get your course. Or, by the way, at the moment, if you go on LinkedIn and find me, my name, my company on LinkedIn, connect with me, and then you can pick up your Christmas present. Yes, your Christmas present, your free German course. I already tell you what's inside the present, huh? Not so exciting, but you're not a kid anymore. You can cope with it. All right, I'm confident. Now, in the meantime, no questions in the chat. I wish you a wonderful time. Merry Christmas, a wonderful end of the year, and I hope to see you soon next Thursday, probably here in the Q&A session, always on Thursdays here on YouTube. Have a good time. Merry Christmas. Bye-bye.